Hi, welcome to this video series. In this short video, I'm going to talk about how do you set up your laptop for developing on AWS environment and for Python, working with Python. So I use Python as a developing environment in this. We also talk about how do you set up for working with CLI and various AWS. So what are the prerequisites required for this session? You should have an AWS account created and preferably with administrative access, or if you are working for yourself, or if you want to work with privileges or least privileges, provide an IAM user, create an IAM user with an appropriate permission, maybe services like SQS, S3, Lambda, DynamoDB and things like that. So once you create a user, you need to provide a programmatic access, and when you provide a programmatic access, you will get an access key and a secret key ID. So this is equivalent to a username and password that we use when we log into Management Console. You should also have an IDE like a PyCharm or a Visual Studio for working with Python. Whichever IDE you are comfortable, start using this, but in this demonstration, I am going to use PyCharm as an example. So just look at another video that I have created for setting, how do you set up your laptop for working with Java environment. The link will always shared in the documents below, and have a look at that if you want to work with Java. So let's understand what are the different ways we interact with the AWS. So AWS has a lot of services like DynamoDB, IAM, RDS, S3, SQS and many services. And generally AWS provides three ways of interacting. One is using a management console, another is using CLI commands, another is using SDK where we can write multiple programs, maybe a Python or a Java or any other programs. So in any case, every command goes as a API to the AWS environment, and because we are accessing programmatically from SDK, which could be Python or a Java program or a CLI, and this series is talking about how do you set it up for Python. Let's log into AWS console and look at some of the options that we have in working with this environment. So using an IAM, you should create an user and provide appropriate privileges, and I have detailed out in the other video that I have shared. Use that video to look at that, and we'll also look at how we work with Python, work with developing using Python on AWS environment. So this is a official page from AWS documentation. I would prefer you to go through this, and it gives you a lot of information, and explore this web page. I have shared this link also in the bottom in the description page below. So if you're not comfortable with PyCharm, you can download PyCharm. Go to PyCharm. PyCharm is from JetBrains IntelliJ set of tools. You can download and then use Community Edition for most of the things. If you are working for demo, or if you are working for understanding, Community Edition is good enough, and it gives you a lot of useful information. But if you are a freelancer or want to work as a professional developing, you can go with the professional edition with licensing enabled. It also supports a 1 month free trial. And if you are working with Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio any of the suites, this is basically where you can download your IDE, and AWS gives you detailed step-by-step procedure how do you install AWS Toolkit for Visual Studio. I would recommend go through this page in detail, but in this case I am only using PyCharm for our demonstration. So I just leave these links in the description, and whichever the tool that you are using, please do so using them. And if you want to work with CLI, and if you set up CLI programmatically, even the Java setup and Python setup will be automatically there. So you can go ahead and then install CLI for appropriate version. It is a Python application. If you work with Windows, you get a 64-bit installer, and you can go and look at the references and then getting started guide and understand more with respect to how CLI works. So what I've done is I have downloaded and installed my CLI program. So if I execute an AWS command, if the tool is already installed, you will see an options. Make sure that you open this command prompt only after installing the CLI command. If you had opened this command prompt prior to installation, the program may not be located, so it may say command not found. So close the command prompt, reopen it again, and then once you run with the AWS command, you should see this kind of an usage, which means that the AWS CLI program is installed. And I have clearly instructed how do you configure. The first thing that you need to do is type AWS configure, so that you can associate your access key ID and a secret key into your environment. I have already set it up. So this is something where when you create an IAM user, you download it, and then you should be able to get this access key and a secret key. So I have used region as AP South 1, which is Mumbai region, and output format as JSON. If you want to look at what are the different supported regions, you come back to AWS console and you can see it supports a lot of regions, and choose appropriate region what you want to work with. So I'm in India, so I'm using AP South 1 as my default region. Okay, let's get started with PyCharm. I started the PyCharm IDE and I want to create a new project. So in this case, I am specifying a location for starting my Python project, and I want to use a virtual environment. I have the 3.8x installed, and if you have installed anything beyond 3.6 or 3.7, it is good enough, and all this, at least the PyCharm settings will remain the same. So the interpreter will change. So whichever version beyond 3.6 is something you can start using and create this project once you select your interpreter. So if you want to know how do you install Python, go to python.org and then download the latest versions or stable version of Python and create this project. So once you create a project, it's going to take some time. Let's wait for it to complete. Yeah, I think now it is completed creating a project and the environment for us to work with. Let's explore how do we set up AWS toolkit for this PyCharm. Okay, let's see how we can configure AWS plugin for using PyCharm. We need to open settings. That is open file, settings, go to plugins. In the plugins, search for AWS and you can see AWS toolkit. Install that toolkit. Okay, and you also have other plugins available. Accept it and install it. I also have other tools available for CloudFormation and other tools which will help you to create CloudFormation templates and things like that. For now, we can just go ahead with installing an AWS toolkit as well. Okay, so once you are done, click OK and complete the setup. You may have to restart your IDE, so click on restart. I'll wait for the restart and then continue. Okay, my IDE is restarting and coming up. It may take another few seconds to bring up. And let me pause and wait. Okay, now we need to install certain packages for working with AWS with Python. The package name is Boto3, and this is a fresh project and workspace. No new projects there. Click on the plus sign there in the plugins and search for Boto3 and select that and install package. There is an official package for working with AWS with Python from AWS itself. So select that, install, close this window and accept this. It also may take a couple of minutes before it is ready. Let me pause my video until this package is installed. Let us create a new file for one of the simple examples for working with it. Select new and then a new Python file. Let's call an S3 demo. I'm going to show you a quick S3 demo because probably that's something everybody will understand. Some basic operations of creating a bucket and then creating some content inside that. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is import Boto3. Boto3 is the official package. Just now we downloaded and installed, and we need to enable a client program for Boto3. So we need to create a client and client object using the Boto3 client. So my client is equal to Boto3 dot client with for a service called S3. So this is going to create a client service or a client object for working with S3. Now let's go and list if you have any buckets created in the AWS account. So a result is equal to client dot, that is my object, list buckets. So we'll say result is equal to client dot list buckets and print the results, execute this program, run this program, and then let's see what is the result. So if it shows OK, which means that we will be able to successfully run this. So the response is perfect, successful. Let's look at the data. It says 200 OK, which means that the response is successful. But if you look at, it is not listing any data, which means that the buckets is null. No bucket is available in the current account. So it is a fresh account and I don't have any buckets available here. If there are buckets, we would be see here. Okay, let's go add a code for creating a bucket using this Python script. So again, I'm just storing the resultant object as a resultant, and my object created is client dot create bucket, and I need to pass the name of the bucket as well as the region. So let us parameterize this. My bucket name is equal to, so bucket name should be very unique. So I'll create a kind of DNS complaint name, a bucket created for demo with Python. So I hope I should be able to get this bucket name. So bucket name is bucket name, and let's try to execute this. What happens if I have this just one parameter? So whether it will be successful or failure. So run this and print the result, whatever the result which comes. So AWS expects some mandatory parameters for the SDK. So if I try to run this program, if the mandatory parameters are not available, it's going to throw an error. So the first API was successful, and the second API shows error which indicates something is missing. Let's look at what is missing. Error occurred in illegal construct expression. So it says the unspecified location. So we need to specify the region where this bucket should be created. I'm going to add that code where it's called a location constraint. So we'll say create bucket configuration where the location is AP South 1. So recall AP South 1 is nothing but my Mumbai region. So and then once it is done, let's save this and re-execute this program and see whether we should be able to create a bucket for this. So first call is successful, second call is also successful. So which means that programmatically from our laptop, we are able to connect to my AWS account and do some operations using Python, using a Boto3 package. So there are a lot of other programs and applications that I'm going to record and share with you. You should be able to comfortably work with that. If you like this, put a like and then subscribe to my channel so that you can see subsequent videos that I have developed. Happy learning, happy Pythoning, and happy Boto3.